How can sports save lives? I'm going to answer that question with a story from the legendary soccer player, footballer Pele, and his visit to Nigeria in the 1960s. Welcome, everyone. This is Trees Philosophies. This is where I go deeper in on my thoughts, values, meditations. People always told me I go too deep. Well, I go deeper, baby. Anyways, let's get into it. So, how can sports save lives during war? Well, let's take a look at 1960s Nigeria. There was a civil war taking place, and a legendary soccer player by the name of Pele was set to visit. He was going to play a match there. So the two sides of the civil war decided to call a 48-hour truce, a peace, a ceasefire, so that they could go and watch the legendary player in action. Now, I think this is amazing because it really illustrates a deep human desire and appreciation for sporting accomplishment, where two sides that were in a bloody war, in a civil war, they decided to come together, call a truce so that they could appreciate this amazing feat of human achievement, which was Pele, which again is known as the greatest soccer player of all time. Now, some people talk about Ronaldo and Messi, but that's a whole nother story. But for the longest time, Pele was always regarded as the greatest. And I think that this brings an even deeper questioner and an even deeper idea that does sport tap into something even more foundational about human beings than war? Because oftentimes you'll hear people say that war, or the propensity to war, is one of the most foundational elements of human beings. But does this story somehow illustrate that something about war, or something about sports, I should say, goes to something even deeper and more fundamental about human beings by virtue of it allowing the people that were taking place in the Civil War to come together despite their differences and despite the conflict caused by the war. So I go and think about how this story applies to the modern day and the fighting that's taking place in Ukraine, and how there are large-scale boycotts to remove Russian athletes, whether it's from the Paralympics, whether skiers, figure skaters, basketball players, hockey, even soccer. Yes, soccer. The Polish Federation has decided to not play against Russia for their World Cup qualifier. Now, I wonder what those Polish players would say to Pele and his story and his trip to Nigeria during their civil war. And I think it's really important to think about it this way, because all that these actions do, although they are well-intentioned, people want to come together and show unity. All this does is drive a wedge between the Russian people, and there is a difference between the people and the Russian government, and that distinction, it needs to be made, because what happens is these everyday people get caught in the crossfires of something that maybe they want nothing to do with, and yet they're being punished for the actions of their government. And I don't think that that is right, because again, sports can be a powerful tool to bring nations together, to bring peace, to build, to bridge gaps. And I truly believe that we need to use this tool to our advantage and not cast it away, because again, think of the lives that were saved during the truce that happened as a result of Pele going to Nigeria. And I truly believe that more lives can be saved as a result of sport. So I think this is an important message. Please, if you resonate with this message, share it with somebody that may also find value in it. Again, I'm a huge proponent of sports. I truly believe they have a huge capacity to unite people, and I believe that we need to use this tool perhaps now more than ever before in our lifetime. Please subscribe to the channel, and if you like this video, I have another video that I recently released that talks about fear of God, but in a different way that you might never have thought of. So check it out, and I'll catch you next time. Trees Philosophies. Peace.